Asjhia Cooper, and so I'm assuming most of you guys are from the studio or, supporters or have heard of it. If not, I don't really know why you're here. I've been here for a year now, and I'm just now starting to get the hang of things, and I just thought it would be, super cool to, just let the newbies in on, some of, the undisclosed rules of the studio, pretty much. So we're going to start with film 1. So you sign up for Cathryn Sullivan's acting for film, right, to be with Kathy. And, because you've heard, this lady has helped, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Debbie Ryan, Cody Lindley, Thomas Mann, all of these people, right? And so the first day, you're going to walk into class, and you're going to see some man, and you're going to be like, is he in the class? Does the age requirement go that high? And then eventually you're gonna find out that it's one of Kathy's sons. So then you're gonna be kind of bummed because you're gonna be like, dang, I really wanted to meet Kathy. And then you're gonna be like, wait, he's kind of fine. He's kind of beautiful. So then you're gonna start signing up for all of the classes. And then there's film 2. This is a pointer that's more for outside of the studio. So you're really excited that you're with Kathy. So you're going home and you're telling your parents everything you're learning, emotional recall, how to cry on the spot, all this cool stuff, right? Yeah, no, big mistake. You know how your parents to bring up random things from way back when that never has anything to do with anything? Yeah, this applies. Say one day you're sick, right? And so you're crying because you're sick, and you can't go to school because once again you're actually sick. Your parents are like, I know you passed film 2. You ain't fooling anybody. What? I'm sick. That's gonna happen every single time you cry. And then there's film 3. In this class, you're going to learn something that it takes a lifetime for some people to figure out about themselves. And that's when your teacher's hot, your cold reading skills turn into kindergarten dyslexia. And and I'm talking about her son, not Kathy. Kathy, even though Kathy is gorgeous, you're beautiful. I'm talking about her. We're going to move on to film 4. In film 4, in this class, I lost loved ones, I've lost acquaintances, I've lost friends, I've lost a lot of people to this class. Leave your inner monologue at the studio. I even got in trouble with Kathy over it, actually. One time she was like, Asjhia, do you understand what I'm saying to you? And I was like, yeah. Even though my inner monologue was no. And she was like, I can see it all over your face, Asjhia, you don't understand. And I was like, okay, Kathy, sorry I'm doing what you're teaching me. Sorry I'm doing inner monologue. I was testing you to see if you understood. That's what I was doing. And so then there's film 5. I struggled a lot with this class. It was comedy. And Yeah, she would say that comedy is one of the hardest things for an actor, and she would say this quote from this famous sayer that once said something like, comedians are so good at comedy because they're hiding their pain. So, the people that were really good in the class, they would get done, they'd be really funny, when they would sit down, I would be like, if you ever need to talk about anything, I am here. And they're going to look at you. They're going to act like they don't know. But they know. And there's a pain inside of them. And then there's film 6. Film 6, you're going to be a nerd. You're going to be insane. You're going to be a sociopath. Pretty much just the evolution of craziness. And then New Master 1. New Master 1 is when you realize that your voice is the most annoying sound in the world. And the first reaction you're going to have is to try to change it, for me, I tried to do the Devin Smith sexy voice. I wouldn't recommend that, especially if the person is in the studio. It's just a little weird, a little creepy, whatever. Just don't do it. Then there's New Master 2. Let me just tell all of you guys right now, your best half-second reaction is going to be sadness. And you should do it second because this is what's going to happen. You're going to walk in to do your half-second reaction, and Kathy's going to be like, not feeling it. And as soon as she says that, you're going to be sad, and then you're going to try to, like, cover it up. And then if you do it right, like, in this order, she's going to be like, oh, my gosh, that was the one. That was awesome. And you just go along with it, even though sadness was not one of the options. And then you get to masters. You get to masters. Sweet, sweet masters, right? So you get to masters just to realize that you're a wannabe premier student. See, the premier students of the studio are like the Cullens of Twilight, right? They're all like freakishly like beautiful, and they're all like they look younger than they really are, and they're like all mysterious and like family, but they all do like romantic scenes. Like I personally secretly think they're like all dating, and then like one time out of a year they like leave. They say they're going to LA. Who knows? We don't know where they are. They're probably like vacationing. Nobody really knows, but oh, my time is out. So I really hope that these pointers help you guys throughout the studio. Y'all have been a great audience. Woo!